Hey, hey, not much. Oh crap. Oh crap. Nothing. Just looking at some of this news. Okay. Um, no. Yeah. Let's just hit the news and we'll get back into that shit. Yeah, I've got one for you. Up, 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 Phew. No, it makes me say yes, you can use my camera. So I hear you're in a new location. Yeah, I do. Yeah, at least I can see you and there's not a Gatorade bottle in my way, so move that damn thing. Join. See if I even remember how to do this. I'm exhausted, which is why I was like, let's start early so we can end early so I can go to bed.
Now recording.
I should have.
Yeah, I
I
took a
couldn't.
nap and I just got done recording a video that was like getting new people into WoW, and I got someone on my Discord who's never played WoW and made a new character with them and was just like teaching them.
Nice.
It was
Well,
fun.
The Kupo Quest players are thinking about putting together a Pokemon Unite team. So
Oh
we
man,
need at least a fifth because Psychic can't do it. He said because
dibs,
it'd be too much lag. Yeah,
dibs.
I already said you.
Oh
So
man, because I'm telling you, it's gonna run like butter on this thing, especially if I got
oh,
a
hey,
bat.
hold it up. Let me see. Is that the 7?
Yeah,
Let me see the back. To still have the weird ledge thing with the on the camera. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah,
So it's not. It doesn't bother me at all until I use it with my backbone because all it does is make it just sit up a little bit, and I'm like, ugh, this is annoying.
I thought
But
about buying a backbone. They're cheap. They're only like
like $100.
$100. That's not bad. I expected it to be way more than that. And it's just got such a good picture. Like
Yeah. Well,
like
you jump from a 3A to a 7, right?
7
So
Pro.
oh, did you get the Pro?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is nice.
Well, dude, let's jump into this. See if we still remember how to record one of these things, and just go for it. Are we streaming or are we just doing this?
Yeah, it's streaming.
Hi.
Yeah, we're on the YouTube channel. Let me go to multi-stream so I can see the YouTube chat if there is any. Um yeah. So I got a little bit of energy, but I'll probably still end up going to bed. I need to get used because my camera angle's a little different now. It's like at a slant. It's not right in front of me like you is now. So I've
Yeah.
got to like talk to the side a little bit.
Mm, yeah.
It's a lot better for streaming, I feel like, because I'm playing a game and then I've got something to say, so I'm saying it to you.
Instead of staring at the same screen
Yeah.
constantly.
So if I got
Yeah.
something to say, I'm just like, hey, so you gonna come over here? And it's awesome.
I do like your wanted poster backgrounds.
Shit.
What?
I just kicked the stand. It's on a music stand, my camera. I think I fixed it. And I just kicked it. I think I fixed it. Shit. Okay. Ready
Craig's
whenever you are.
in. All right. The one thing I forgot is what episode this is.
Yeah.
That's Kupo Quest. Don't want that. Want Highwind Herald.
Pokemon Unite team sounds fun though. I'm in.
Doesn't it?
I
I
am.
gotta check and see if Harlequin is also interested because he had dropped off when we started talking about it. But there was like 4 of us, and I was
Even
like,
so, I am so in on that. I'll be the
89. Ready.
jungler. Here we go.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back to Highwind Herald. Trying something new for 2023. This is episode 89, and I'm
Welcome
Wolfkins.
back to the show. Go ahead
Welcome
and
back.
sit on back, put your feet up, and grab a nice hot cocoa and listen to your favorite himbos tell you about all things Final Fantasy.
Tone of the show is more ASMR these days than high energy Final Fantasy content.
Kupo, 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 Kupo.
Quee, quee, quee.
Quee, quee, quee.
Dude, got a trivia question for you today. This
Yeah.
one is a little bit different because you've only got 5 seconds to answer it.
Oh,
It's either you know it or you don't, and it's also a multiple choice. So you got 5 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
It's really simple, but it's just all right. Are you ready to go?
Maybe.
Barrett Wallace, which hand is the gun hand?
The right hand.
You did it.
Because
Okay.
he goes.
Okay, yeah. It was I was hoping you would just go, wait, what? Yep, right. That was it. So, starting out with a low ball for 2023.
2023 is the year of change.
Yeah, everything's different. How have you been, by the way? Like, what's so if you listen to the show, you probably don't anymore because we took like a month off. Like we missed the last week we were meaning to do it, then the holidays, and then last week it was just
last week I was like,
yeah.
I said, hey man, I just got home, I haven't eaten, I'm so tired, do you mind if we record a different day? And you went, I honestly didn't know it was Tuesday.
Yeah, I was still in that weird holiday mood to where I didn't really know what day it was because I hadn't really started working again yet. So here we are.
It doesn't help that the week between Christmas and New Year's is kind of like a fog. Like
it's like no man's
I'm
land.
convinced it doesn't happen. Like it's such a weird week.
It's the best week of the year.
Yeah,
I remember
no one does
little
anything
from it. It's great.
Oh, sorry. What?
No, I was just gonna say it's like the one week where I think everybody that is able to takes the opportunity to do as little as possible.
I know.
So it's pretty good.
Well, I got a brand new phone, so I have started back with this goof. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. Pixel remaster stuff. So,
which one are you working on? Because you held it up to a different camera than I look at you at.
Showed the camera because the pop-up was there. Bam and bam.
Yeah, it's a big glare. Which one are you working on?
Final Fantasy 3.
3. I should have guessed.
Yeah.
3. How many times have you played that now?
3
8?
of these games, of any Final Fantasy game, for me, 3 is the easiest one to pick up and play and not think about it. Yeah. It's just, you just pick it up, you just play it, and you don't even, and this phone is beautiful. It's gorgeous. There's much more screen space to actually play, and it feels nicer. So I'm really not, I don't have nearly as many complaints as I did before.
Yeah, this bigger screen size really helps with the mobile gaming. And that might be one of the reasons I was enjoying them more than you were, because I had quite a bit bigger screen on my Pixel 6 than you did on your 3A. So
we're Pixel boys. We don't conform to the iPhone brainwashing you all do.
iPhone.
Everyone tells me, they're like, you need to get an iPhone. Why do you have an Android? I'm like, you don't get it.
Well, we don't have an Android. We have a Google Android.
Here's the thing I tell everybody.
It's a great phone.
This is the first time I have ever upgraded to a new phone with the old phone still working.
That's true. He's really bad on phones.
I've had a Samsung Galaxy. I've had multiple iPhones. I've had 2 Samsung Galaxies. And I've had 1 Google Pixel. And that Google Pixel is the only one that was worth a crap. So,
and it's, you get the pure Android without having any of that Samsung garbage on top of it. But this is not a phone podcast. It's only related because of the Pixel remasters, although now apparently they're coming to console. So
no, I don't even care, because
I really don't.
Here's the thing, and I'm still not a mobile gamer, but I think I'm not a mobile gamer for the mobile games, but for games like this that aren't mobile games or just games on mobile, I don't care what you say. This pixel art being on this phone screen that's in HD and being this small is going to look better on any screen. It's going to look better than on Switch. It looks better than on Steam.
It'll probably run better than on Switch, to be honest.
Poor Switch. That needs a pro upgrade real bad.
I know. Well, to your point, I think that's a big key difference. And there was something about the Pixel remasters that did feel a little different than your average mobile game. The only thing at this point, and look, I'm really happy it's coming to console for the people that have been holding out for it. I couldn't hold out anymore, and I beat almost all of them. The only thing, though, now, because I got a Backbone for Christmas, the controller that goes on
about time.
Yeah, but the Pixel remasters aren't compatible with that. They don't have controller support. So if you're bringing these, listen, Square Enix, I'm going to make my first request here with the Pixel remasters. And I've been good. I bought them and I didn't complain. if you're gonna port these to consoles, just at least update the version on my Android device to let me use controllers. That's it. I
Please.
just want to play it with my backbone.
Does it work with Pokemon Unite?
That one also doesn't. It does not work with Pokemon Unite. It does work with Chrono Trigger, which I have waiting to go. And it does work with the mobile version of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. So I'm actually thinking about picking that up.
Another playthrough of 8. I actually thought about picking up 8 too, because I figured the only way I'll ever be able to play it is if I'm like bored to death at work and I have my phone on me. And I'm like, I'll play it then, because today I read manga all day when I'm bored. So like, maybe I could play some 8. I don't know. That'll get me through the game.
I'm thinking about picking it up, and I have the platinum on PlayStation already, so I won't be feeling like, oh, I could be getting trophies. It won't matter, so I could just play it. So I'm thinking about picking it up once I have enough like Google credit to just get it for free. That's my goal. So
that is good goal.
So that, I think, brings me to my first point. This is not our traditional New Year's episode. Because we missed the week and because we're kind of starting back now, things are the schedule's weird, okay? So I think, dude, next week, let's do our traditional, like, okay, let's take a look back at those resolutions we made. I know I did pretty good on mine. I didn't finish 6, though. I think you missed all yours.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I'm saying next week, because I need to go back and look yours up. And then also, we skipped our, the holiday gift guide. So here's my proposal for next week. We do our resolutions and then just our top 2 or 3 things that we would put on that holiday gift guide,
That's good.
But for today, I say let's get into some of this news. Let's start the New Year's off with, the end of many things, because January marks the end of 2 new games from Square Enix, both of them coming to an end here in January. Those being First Soldier and Chocobo GP, both released less than a year ago, both basically getting the axe.
Can't believe Chocobo GP is... That game should have...
Chocobo GP, I enjoy, but I do think it was maybe mishandled.
It was incredibly mishandled. It shouldn't have been a service game. It should have been a game.
Or they shouldn't have charged you $60 for it. Pick a lane. They should have either just launched it and pay for it and it be a game, or make it a service game but make it free to play. And they tried some kind of blend because they had like a free to play version, but I don't really think it caught on. Now, I actually had in my mind that I would get on and do this, but I missed the boat. I thought it was a little bit later. So actually, the last major update for Chocobo GP was December 21st. So that was the launch of Season 5. That was the last one. They do say, at least for the time being, it will remain possible to play Chocobo GP mode itself. But, after this season, which is going to end pretty quickly, there's going to be no more large-scale updates, no new characters, maps, anything like that. And the one thing, though, that is shutting down, and by the way, when I say that, I mean just shut down, because it happened over the past weekend, was the Mithril shop. So as of the time of what I thought was going to be this recording, you could have still used Mithril. But once, I think it was January 6th, that just went away. And any Mithril you had saved up, gone. And I know I had some. So
that's stupid.
Just gone.
Man.
Gone. So, because they've shut that down. So the Mithril shop and all that stuff. They did say they're going to be putting in possible ways to get maybe some season 1, 2, 3, 4, the items, other ways in the game. That would be nice. So this one sounds more like the service has gone down. It'll still work, I suppose, as like a couch co-op and maybe online for now. It does seem like you could still race if you wanted to. But yeah, man, I can't believe just a year? Less than, right? Didn't it come out in like March or something?
Yeah, I was so hyped for it, man.
Yeah, me too.
Sucks.
I mean, if you remember, I was more hyped for that than what was it? There was something else came out the same year.
Stranger of Paradise, maybe?
It was, yeah. And I ended up playing the crap out of Stranger of Paradise, so I was wrong about that one. There was a Stranger of Paradise DLC that I just missed. Like, I didn't even know it came out. I think all 3 of them are out now. And I'm like, what have I been doing? So, yeah, man, what do you think about that? I mean, Chocobo GP, I had fun when we played it.
I love it. It's just their own fault. They launched it in a state that it should have never been in. It should have just been a racing game. Like you don't.
Yeah.
Square Enix is so fixated on making money on everything they make, like
Mm.
ridiculous money, because they always like. No, you think back to like I don't know one of the Tomb Raider games or something. They're like it was a failure because it didn't make as much money as we wanted to, but it still
Oh,
made
yeah.
millions of dollars. It's like just they want to break the bank on every game, and I mean Chocobo Racing should have just been a good racing game people bought, played, and should have just
Forgot about, make your
yeah
money and move on.
seriously not something that you just they wanted it to be something they wanted it to be the only racing game you ever played again.
Well, one thing that kind of turned me off, and I don't mind a good battle pass. Like I know some people absolutely hate them. For me, it sometimes gives me just reasons to get in and do stuff. I actually really like the way that Pokemon Unite does its battle passes. It's got just varied activities. You can do this, that, and you get different things. The only way to get stuff in Chocobo GP was through the GP mode. And not only that, there were like so many levels. And it took forever to level up. So it was just a huge grind. And I think they made it a little bit easier, but at that point I'd already been turned off of grinding it.
Yeah.
And the only other character I really wanted was Squall. I got him right away and I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just so many things. It had a lot of potential and just
It
I'm
sucks
kind of
to
sad
see.
to see that.
It really sucks to see,
Yeah.
but I mean, at least we can still play it, unlike a certain other game.
Which is bringing me to my next point, First Soldier. And here's the thing. So I mentioned at the top of the show, I got that Backbone for Christmas. My thought was, I'll play a little bit of First Soldier before it goes down. I've been on the fence because I'm like, I don't really want to get in and actually really like it and then it go down. But I did have it on my mind to do maybe this weekend or something because I was under the impression that we had until January 31st. It's tomorrow. By the time this comes out, it's gone. So it's the 11th. So
I can't
yeah.
believe that. Oh my god.
I was just checking. I was like, all right, let me see how long I have. And it said, so the official post, we are regretful to announce that we will be ending service for Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier at 7 UTC on January 11th. So actually, depending on what the time difference is, it might be gone. So
That's
no
wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, that
what
game,
are the odds?
Rest in peace, I guess. I never played it.
I do wish I would have noticed the Mithril shop going down the day of, so I could have got on and at least spent it on some stuff. But oh well. Yeah, I did play it, and I actually didn't hate it. But the problem was it wasn't really my type of game, and I was playing it with the on-screen controls. And I do think that game with a controller or like at the Backbone would have really been a lot more fun. But I guess I'll never know. So
I think they doomed that
what are you gonna
game.
do?
I think they doomed that game keeping it on only mode. I think that game would have at least maybe been able to squeeze another year out on PC or something.
Well, I mean, you have games like Fortnite, right? Is on everything.
Yeah, but Fortnite's not only on mobile.
That's what I'm saying. It's on everything,
Yeah.
right? Like and is it crossplay?
I have no clue.
So
I don't know
I
enough
mean,
about it.
yeah, I don't know. Here lately, Square Enix, and we've seen this with the Pixel remasters, have just been very reluctant to port things to consoles. Now, historically, they've had some issues with that. And I mean, if you look at the Final Fantasy IX port for PlayStation, it's not bad, but it's obviously
it started
just way
off
too
a lot
similar.
worse than it was.
Yeah, they patched it and made
Yeah.
it way better. It was almost unplayable.
When
at
I
first.
played it, you couldn't use the analog stick.
I remember
Like you
telling me
had
that.
to use the D-pad. It was bad. It was like really bad. So they fixed it. Thank
I
God.
remember you telling me that. So I don't know if they were gun shy or what, or if they just really believe in the mobile market. And I don't know. I don't have the answer to it. But it does seem like here lately the idea has maybe been, and I know that Square Enix isn't Sony, but even though I think of them as almost the same thing anymore. But it does seem like, well, Sony hasn't made a new handheld, so let's just focus on mobile. And it feels like these would have been games that they would have targeted for like the Vita or something like that. But
well,
I think this
just
game would have been better on the Vita. I mean, if
yeah,
the Vita was still a thing, I think this game would have been a really good fit for that platform.
it just brings it up that there's handheld consoles are not a thing anymore
Yeah,
because
kind of sad.
Switch is a console on the go. It's not a handheld.
It's a console
So
first that you can
yeah,
take. It's not a handheld.
so
Yeah,
like you go back to this time when the DS and the Game Boy was out and people were making
those
games
are
for those.
yeah,
There is nothing to make for anymore. So now people make
yeah,
those kind of games for
for your
mobile.
phone. Yeah,
That's just how it is. And if it'll be a good thing as long as. And here's the thing. I mean, with a good phone, I can now understand how you could enjoy playing a game on a phone.
hmm
But make games on mobile, not mobile games. Mobile
yeah.
games are just
I will tell you that there's nothing better than playing those pixel remasters, just laying in bed, middle of the night on your phone, just tapping because you don't really have to worry about, it's not quick controls or anything like that. So it's
nice and
good. It's a
easy.
good experience.
Nice
It's a
and
good
easy.
experience.
Yeah, those and
So,
they're all great games. I mean, those are like masterpiece stories. So
well, and some games are making their way to mobile, and I think that's the solution going forward because I don't think we're going to be seeing dedicated handhelds in the future. And the thing that worries me even is, I think Nintendo really found a great idea with the Switch. I
mhm.
think that they knocked it out of the park. But Nintendo has this thing to where they just never want to repeat the same gimmick. I'm afraid that if they ever come out with another one, it won't have the same functionality as a Switch. I think it'll
Yeah.
just be something totally different. You know what I mean? And it's
Well,
like,
the biggest
uh,
similarity they had was the Wii U because it still had
yeah,
the function and controllers, and a lot of games still played like that. But they had the forced gamepad mode. So
right,
even as similar as they have been in the past,
yeah,
like the most similar they've been, still added a giant tablet in your hand, and not
right,
just like a good tablet, like a tablet with like Fisher Price foam around it that you could that was indestructible.
yeah.
So that
But
scares me too.
if you want my opinion, I would rather see Nintendo be like Switch 2, Switch going forward, such as PlayStation and Xbox. I'd rather see them iterate on that
I don't see
because
how they can't.
I really hope they do. And relating it to Final Fantasy, there are some great JRPGs, and there's some great Square Enix games that really fit on the Switch. And I kind of hope they keep with that because it seems to be the home for Octopath Traveler,
Mhm.
Triangle Strategy. I haven't tried it yet, but Harvestella. I mean, they've got a lot of things that
Live
are
Alive.
Switch exclusives.
I'm
You
really
know,
excited for Live Alive.
so I'm just kind of hoping that they don't move backwards to like dedicated console for the
Mhm.
next, or if they'll just
Well,
keep the Switch alive for 22 years or something. I don't know what they're gonna do.
yeah, they need to just make a stronger Switch. That's what they need to
Uh,
do because there's no reason not to. I mean, what else? What else can they innovate? I mean, they've
at this,
already
yeah,
not only curved the handheld market, but they destroyed it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they
It's
are the
them and
handheld
mobile.
market now.
It's
Yeah,
them and mobile.
and you can't destroy. Like, what are they gonna do? Try to make the Nintendo phone? No,
Yeah.
like
They finally found a niche they've kind of cornered the market there for themselves, and I think that's why they get some of these Square Enix games. You know what I mean? Because they have carved out a very good niche for themselves, not focusing so much on power but flexibility and stylized graphics. And I
oh
think
yeah,
that plays really well into things like Octopath Traveler. I think it'll play really well into things like the Pixel remasters when they finally come to Switch. So I don't know,
I mean, where
but
we're standing now, don't they have when they get the Pixel remasters? Won't they have Final 1 through 12?
I think that once they get the Pixel remasters, they will have. I think they will. I
Hmm.
think they. Well, no, they won't have 11,
Yeah, well,
but they'll have 1 through 10 and 12. Do they have 12? Is 12 on Switch? It
yeah,
is, right?
yeah, it is.
Okay.
And
So
then they have the pocket version of 15. So
yeah, the only one. So there is no console right now that can play all Final Fantasy games because of Final Fantasy 11. However,
and 13.
once these get ported, the PlayStation will at least be able to play them all because isn't the fives backward compatible, right? So you could still play your discs if you wanted to.
I think
So the
so. Yeah.
PlayStation would be the closest one you could get. So I wouldn't mind having 14 on the Switch, but I don't think it could handle it.
I don't think it could. The poor Switch can't handle. That's why they can't handle a lot.
It struggles with Pokemon. I don't think it could handle my raids.
I think Game Freak struggles with Pokemon.
Wow. So, but I guess so. We've had some down news, but mentioning 14, that'll take us into a little bit of positive news because today 6.3 dropped. So this is a major patch. And I've actually been in 14 not too long ago. I was working on some of the MSQ. I was doing some other things. But this patch is big. We continue with the MSQ. We've got new, duties. We always get a new dungeon. We've got a new trial coming out. And then also it's going to be the next tier of the Alliance raid coming with this one. This is when the new map for the PvP comes in, the Crystalline Conflict. I thought that was 6.25. I was mistaken. So it's 6.3. And they are adding more housing wards, and the lottery for them goes up this Sunday. So even when
Good
this
luck.
comes out, you'll have a couple days. Thank you. I've got my spot picked out,
Good luck.
and I'm going to go as soon as I can. This is the best chance if you're actually still looking for a house like me. This is the best opportunity because they've just opened 5 new wards. I believe for each place. So the number of people are going to be spread out more because normally it's like all 150 of us fighting over the same plot. You've got a lot better odds now. Not perfect, but
Yeah.
So we'll see. So I'm gonna try to do that, and then the thing that really always catches my attention is they've got 2 new ranks you can get on Island Sanctuary and some improvements there. So
Neither
the
one
only
of.
problem. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You finish up.
The only problem is the timing with this because I just have so much crap going on right now. I'm only on like the second. Have you started Crisis Core yet?
No.
Dude, so far so good, but I'm only on like the second mission because there's a lot of side missions. And like from the save point, you can do side quests. I've been doing all those. And then Pokemon. I still haven't finished Gotham Knights, and I'm still in the middle of the newest Voice of Cards. So I'm like, really? I don't need a patch right now. I'm happy and excited, but I needed like a month more.
I'm beyond ready to start it though, but I've not started it. And I've got One Piece Odyssey coming out this weekend, so that's gonna have to get pushed down on that. I just haven't had time to play it. Like you said, holidays kicked in. Yeah. I got back. I still got the WoW bug really bad, and it's like the most successful content I have. So like I'm gonna milk it. So
you know what? Sidebar. You know what our most successful content is?
Kupo Quest.
Kupo Quest doing pretty good actually.
Well, I mean, we have been gone for a month.
Well, that's true.
We have been gone.
We have filled the void with Kupo Quest. We're doing pretty good though. Our newest episode's already about 100 views. So
yeah, I mean, you're getting some great views on it. I'll check right now, but I'm not gonna say it. But I'll check. Yeah, you're kicking butt on it. Kupo Quest. What I watch, I really like.
What you watch? You stopped. I knew it.
No, I come in every episode. I come in at least once every episode. Your last upload already has 93 views. Like
there you go, closing in.
Yeah, it's they do pretty good. They do really good.
We're not blowing the internet away here, by the way, but that's exciting for me. But yeah, I mean, back to your point, the holidays, it was a double-edged sword because I got 2 new games over the holidays. I got Violet and I got Crisis Core.
And Violet took over.
Well, I've been bouncing back and forth. I've been balancing okay. But at the same time, I lost game time over the holidays. And now I'm into all these different games. But as soon as I was reading the patch notes earlier for 6.3, I was like, oh no. I could feel the itch starting under my skin. And I was like,
I've had the itch. I got the itch before Dragonfly came out. You remember I came back for like 24 hours and then Dragonfly started. I've had the 14 itch. Like I still have it. I still really want to play it because I'm like, I really enjoy PvP more in WoW, but I don't know if I enjoy PvE about the same in them both. And if I found a really good group to raid with in 14, I might enjoy it better there. I don't know. I really like it. I really like it in WoW too, but 14 is really good for raiding.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll find myself doing PvP in WoW and raiding in 14. I don't know. Maybe one day.
That'll be the way to do it.
I do need to at least get into the MSQ. So after my One Piece Odyssey binge this weekend at Twitch TV/SoloistTV, probably live in a few hours when you watch it. Listen, I'm going to tackle the scenario, main quest scenario, main scenario quests.
and it's good. I mean, it's the only reason I'm not caught up is like I said, I've just got so many different games kind of pulling my attention away. And then I really got into Attack on Titan, and I wasn't playing anything and just reading 34 volumes of it.
I did
So,
too. You can't see, but I got an Attack on Titan scroll right here.
yeah, I
I'm
saw
really.
it, but I still finished it first. So,
I also have this right here too.
well, that was a present from me, so
Birthday
I've seen
present of
that.
my dog is
I'm
a
like, cute.
character. Sorry, my ADHD.
Yeah,
is
sorry,
kicking in.
audio listeners. We are a podcast first, but we still sometimes forget that we're doing that. We're streaming.
Sorry.
But I don't even remember. Oh yeah, so 6-3. It's I've been enjoying the story. I like where it's going. It's getting me excited about the future of 14, and it's just a great game. And you know what's really fun?
What?
Now that I have my backbone, I can do some PS remote play and play that sucker in bed too.
That's really cool.
And the backbone works really well with. And I don't like do any hardcore content. Like I'm not rating on my backbone, but it was great for doing MSQ, and it's really really good for Island Sanctuary. So,
bro, so
yeah,
I mean, just doing like the Island Sanctuary stuff and the chill stuff, maybe some MSQ, just something easy. Yeah, that sounds really good. I have full intentions to stream it soon and stream that stuff, especially during my WoW downtime. So like get in there and do MSQ. I really want to start my A Realm Retold series really bad for the YouTube channel. I have that all ready to go. I'm having a Fantasia itch for my character a little bit. Because now that the story's over and I got to...
When you said that, I thought you were talking about Kupo Quest. That's the name of the world. I'm like, really?
I got a little bit of an itch because now that the MSQ's done and I got to finish it on my Here and I got to look all awesome. That sounds a really good time to be a Lalafell. I don't know.
If you're ever going to change, now's the time to change because it's basically a new story.
I know.
You know,
but
like
then
you finished off
Why don't I just make the Realm Retold character of Lalafell at that point? I don't know.
Could too.
So that would probably be what I do. But that's exciting.
And you still owe us that Crisis Core gameplay.
That's starting. Man. That's going to start as soon because I'm always going to have WoW and a variety game go on now on my stream. And as soon as One Piece Odyssey's over, I'm starting Crisis Core.
Okay.
So once that's done, I'm going right into Crisis Core. And it's pretty much, if you're interested in my streams at all, it's pretty much always going to be a JRPG. So we're going to go through Crisis Core. On my list, I have a lot of Final Fantasy games written down. I have 9 written down, so I can do like, this is my favorite game ever. Let me gush about it. 9's on there. 10, a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're interested in that
I was about to give you crap for playing 9 again, but then I remembered at the top of the show, I said I was thinking about playing through 8 again. So
and it's also been a really long time since I played 9 at this point. This is probably the longest I've ever gone without playing it.
That's true. You used to play it like once a year.
I did. Every summer I'd start a new file, and if I didn't beat it, I'd make it to the end of disc 3 before like school started back.
End of disc 3 is the worst part of that whole game.
Are you kidding me?
In the end of disc 3? Wait, where's the castle we have to split up? I hate that
That's
part.
the end of like disc 2. Because
Oh,
that's the part with the stupid...
Yeah, I hate that part.
The hedgehog pie part. That is the worst part of the game.
Yeah, I thought that was the end of disc 3. That's the worst part.
The end of disc 3 is the part with Transkuja and Terra. That's the best part of the game.
Oh, that's a pretty good part. Is that the part like you're not alone?
Yeah, that's the best part of the game.
Best part of the game.
I was like,
You're right.
what are you talking about?
You're right. I just got my discs mixed up.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
that is my favorite part of the game. So I might play that again because I haven't played it and I've never played it with stream. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, I think it would be.
So that's just a little bit of what's going on for me in Final Fantasy, maybe in the future. But Crisis Core, I can't not stream it. The first game I streamed was Final Fantasy VII Remake. I have to stream everything Final Fantasy VII.
This game feels very much in the vein of 7 Remake.
It looks like it.
The battle system's interesting because it works off like a roulette system. And I played this way back on the PSP, but I was younger and I don't remember anything. But yeah, it works on like a roulette system. So like when your limit breaks proc is like random and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. It's more, it kind of keeps you on your toes. Like kind of reactionary gameplay. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So I've been enjoying it. I've been really having a good time with it. Like I said, though, I got really, really sidetracked on just some of those side missions up at the front. So actual narrative, I haven't made it very far into this game. So,
well, I'm excited to play it because Zach is cool.
Zach is pretty cool. Sephiroth is pretty cool too. in this. I'm not gonna lie. Of
It'll
course,
just
Sephiroth's just cool in general.
yeah, that's
I've
true.
got to find a way to work Sephiroth into Kupo Quest at some point. He's got to be in there somewhere. It wouldn't be a Final Fantasy stream without him.
That's true. I'm sure you can make it work.
I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could. So
I'm sure you can do
I have
it.
to give that some thoughts. Anyway, man, that's on my major news. So and that's quite of a bit of news. We've got 2 games going under, and we've got 1 game which is arguably Square Enix's most successful property at the moment, I think. Coming out with new content. So
I think it's the
looking
most
forward.
played MMO right now.
It could very well be. I'm not really sure.
I think it
haven't
was.
really checked
I think it was the #1 most played MMO of 2022.
Interesting. That makes me happy. I really, really like this game, and I really love they just got this great like Cinderella story. They came out, they face planted, and they rose from the ashes like a beautiful phoenix and took over the world.
Oh, it's such a good game. It's got such a good story. Like not like in the game, but like that is.
Well,
it
does have a good story in the game,
but like it's story of origin. Isn't there a documentary on it? Like
I think so.
Like that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, looking forward though, even with these 2 games kind of going under, we have a big 2023 coming. I mean, 16, right? So definitely getting some 16, and just I'm curious if we'll be hearing anything about a 14 expansion announcement anytime this year. The timing seems like we should.
That feels so weird though. Endwalker still feels so new.
I know, but it's not, right? Didn't it come out in 2021?
Yeah.
So we should at least be hearing about what the next expansion is going to be. So
That's wild, man. It still feels like yesterday we were playing Shadowbringers.
I know, doesn't it? Well, yeah, time's just kind of stopped there for a while, but
yeah.
Yeah,
I hope
think
the
it's gonna be a
server
great
launches
year.
next time are better.
Me too.
Of all the
Oh my
MMOs I've ever played, Endwalker
was
launch was
awful.
the worst.
It went on for like a month too, to where you had to wait.
I've been in some pretty ridiculous WoW queues, but I have never been in a WoW queue for 3 hours just to have it crash and start over.
Yeah.
that
was.
Oh god, I gave up on it. I didn't play Endwalker for a year because of that.
Yeah,
because when you got in, you couldn't log off. Like you had to play.
But you also couldn't idle for more than 30 minutes or they would kick you out. So you would even have to, if you needed to step away, try to make it to where your controller would move or something so you wouldn't go idle. And yeah, oof, it was bad. And then there's a whole thing like, don't do that because people won in the game. So
yeah,
much better. I'll deal with my 15 person
at that point. I
think
at that point, I think that all sense of morality goes out the window. It's like, boo boo. I got in here, you didn't.
it was just a desolate wasteland of people. Every person for themselves at that point.
I'm having a problem with 14 though. When I last logged on, I was playing around. I was relearning my rotation for Reaper, and I did, and I was like, Reaper's cool. Starting to fall love with Machinist again. So I think I might end up leveling it and going back. I don't know.
They got adjusted a little bit in this patch.
It's just fun.
I kind of went through it because I don't play Machinist, so just kind of quick. So I can't even tell you if it was a buff or a nerf, but they did get some job adjustments. They didn't touch my Reg Mage. So.
To be honest, if I can't see damage meters, I really don't care if it's buffed and nerfed. I truly don't. If I can't see them, because in WoW I'm like, oh my god, that got nerfed. Now I need to relearn this specialization. Oh god, because if I'm not pulling good numbers, but in 14 I'm like, I don't even know if I'm doing good.
That's why I actually way prefer it that way because
and it's more relaxed. It's more relaxed content because I don't do savage raids or anything, or ultimate raids even. I just play it.
Oh yeah.
I just play the game. That's the thing I like about 14. I try hard on WoW. I just play 14, and I just enjoy it.
I think that's why I like 14 better. Because I just don't. Well, not that I don't try. I try to do well, but like it's just less stressful doing.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff they've added to WoW to make it to where you can just relax. It's just the way I've decided to have the 2 games go. Try hard game, relax game.
I just think just even the way they presented it in 14 just makes it more relaxing. And when I'm less stressed, I do better.
Well,
So I
one's
probably actually
advertised
do
as a
put that.
magical world you can unfold the story in and explore, and the other one's advertised as an ongoing war that never ends.
Yeah.
So, like, one's
Yeah.
obviously just more relaxing to like. If you took two people and explained those to them, they're like, "Oh my god,
Well, that's
that
true. I
that other one
mean,
seems stressful."
you're right. The base core narrative of WoW is always conflict
Yeah,
against your fellow, not
part
humans, but your fellow people.
fellow people. Yeah,
And 14 is just constantly about coming together.
yeah.
Like that's like every
Well,
expansion. It's like
WoW ends up
let's
being
go
that
meet new
too, which
people.
is the disconnect with it. It's like we're coming together just to fight again in a few
Yeah,
patches. That's weird,
that's just how they do it.
but that's just their thing. But
So
yeah, 14's my
yeah. But I do think 2023 is going to be a great year for Final Fantasy, and I think that this is the year we should kick off at some point. Not now, but I think this is the year we should finally just suck it up and try that Crystal Chronicles playthrough.
I'm not doing that until the day I die. You're gonna have to come down here and make me.
Come on, we
Because
got to give the people what they want.
here's what's gonna happen: we're gonna play it, and you're gonna go, "This is actually pretty fun," and I'm gonna be like
Probably,
hitting my head against a wall.
I'm
Like,
probably gonna enjoy it.
no,
I know.
we'll get 10 minutes in and like, all right, can we call it an episode?
It'll be like, let's go all
I'm,
night.
to be fair, I could be the same way, but like I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of giving a game a fair chance, playing it for maybe an hour or two before you truly judge it. I played
Yeah.
the game for 15 minutes, and it felt like 2 hours.
I'm just wondering if it's different with co-op.
It was just so excruciatingly boring. It was so boring, and I was
Anyway,
like, ah.
that's a preview. One of my resolutions this year is at least to try that game.
Okay, we can
So
do it.
we
We
will
can.
have it like a
we-
hangouts or something that we do, which we should bring those back because we missed a bunch at
Why
this
don't
point.
Why don't we do one this month?
Oh man, you can't get on your resolutions in January.
Well, what about
That's not how this
what
works.
about like the 31st? We can do it on 31st. It's kind
No,
of
we
February.
can't. I have a very important thing to do that day.
Highwind
In
Herald.
fact, we're gonna have to reschedule that episode
Oh,
because I cannot record
for
on
real?
the 31st.
like for real?
Yeah, it's my wife's birthday.
Yeah,
So
duh.
I'm gonna not record that Tuesday.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she would. She might like to play it.
Well, maybe she'd like to come down and talk
for your
Highwind Herald.
birthday. For your birthday, honey, you're gonna play Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles with me and my little brother. And if
gonna
you
be
don't,
great.
or you can watch. She's just in the chair in the background, just watching us play.
And then at some point she just sneaks up to bed and we don't even notice that she's gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, I've got nothing for today. The rest of this episode, like I said, next time I think let's do our traditional, year in review, year in preview, and all that stuff. But there was just too much to cover because we had 2 games going under in a patch, and we just said we had to talk about that at the top of the year. So,
Yep.
you got anything else you'd like to say
No.
before we let these good people go on with the rest of their lives?
By
Bye.
the episode,
Bye.
by the episode on the 24th. So by January 24th.
January?
January 24th, we will both have completed and caught up with the MSQ. I'm not gonna say next week because I'm playing One Piece Odyssey all weekend. But
Keep in mind you got 2 patches to work through now, right?
Yep. So by January 24th, we will both be caught up with the MSQ and we'll do a full Endwalker catch-up review.
I will say, the last time you committed us to do that, I'm the only one that touched it.
But you didn't do it.
I didn't finish it, but I at least touched. I did it.
I logged
did a
in to
couple
do
quests.
it. I logged in to do it.
So,
But
man,
I
you
ended
tempted
up
me
playing
too
with
because
Machinist.
I just told you about Island Sanctuary, right?
Hmm?
So I can promise you to probably be ranked 12 in 2 weeks.
No.
Well, anyway, man, then if that's it, where can they find you?
You can find me at my link tree. Use my link tree. I just launched a new VOD channel where I'm just post a bunch of random VODs. Check that out. It's just
Cool.
random snippets from the stream and stuff. It's fun. So go check that out. And yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Well, for me, I have a link tree too. It's wolfkins.com. You can go because I'm fancy like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, you can find me there. You can find me on Twitter at Wolfkins and Highwind Herald. I will admit I've been not on Twitter as much lately. And if
you're
you're
on
on
Hive.
Hive, I'm on there. I have more followers on Hive now than Twitter. So I've just been more active over there because people talk back to me instead of, just I
Nothing.
don't know. It's
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
I'm on Hive. I'm Wolfkins over there. If you want to look me up there. So yeah, and then I do run Kupo Quest every Monday at 9:30. That's on the Kupo Quest twitch.tv/Kupo Quest, and then we actually upload those videos to the Highwind Herald YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, it is a D&D campaign that I DM. And then not Final Fantasy related, but within the next couple weeks, I'm actually joining another D&D stream as a player. So if you want to check that out, I'll be doing that too, and I'll give you some more details on that as it comes up. So, but yeah. And let's plug the show, I guess. Highwindherald.com. You can also go there. That's where we have all of our past episodes and show notes. And you can find that there and find Highwind Herald on any of our major podcast platforms. We're on Apple, Spotify, Google Play.
We're going
that
into
stuff.
year 3 of the podcast.
Yes.
How have we done this so
think
long
so.
that I don't even remember?
That's a good point. I don't know. We've done 89 episodes, and I know we've missed some weeks. So that's
Year 3 going strong, baby.
Yeah.
For the 100th episode, have you thought of what we're going to do for that?
No, but I've got like 11 weeks to figure it out. So
I'll think of stuff too, but I can't think of anything extravagant, like crazy cool.
Woo! We
That'll
should buy
be-
party hats.
That'll be the episode. Final Fantasy 8 versus Final Fantasy 9. That's never
No.
happening. I don't want to do that.
I don't even
don't
want to
wanna
do
do
that.
that.
I
I
just
don't
don't
wanna
want to
do
do
that.
it.
It's
It'll
just-
just not be fun for either one of us.
2023 is the year of positivity. Listen, real quick before we go. So I just want to bring up something off topic. The two of us and our sister really got into Attack on Titan pretty big, and we all three
Okay.
finally finished it, and it started to freak me and him out how much we agreed on everything.
It was
So
weird.
I was like, we got to record Highwind Herald, man. I don't like this.
Here's the
it was like
problem is-
everything we agreed on.
We didn't really disagree much tonight. I'm afraid we've lost it. I'm afraid that we're gonna agree from now on, and it's just gonna be boring.
We need to get someone super radical on here, like someone coming in saying, "You know, I don't even like Final Fantasy."
Ooh. I could see if my wife would join because she just likes to be a contrarian sometimes.
not
So
play-
she could just argue it just because.
Just because it's bad. Well, crap. She wins. well, so
Well-
that's that. We should start a spin-off series where just every now and then we do a one-shot episode about something random we're talking about. Like just a spin-off series where we're like, let's do an Attack on Titan or a Pokemon Unite. So just like it doesn't have to be regular, just like whenever we feel like it.
Well, to be honest, about 50% of our podcast could turn into a little bit of a Pokemon Unite.
We talk about that. I haven't even
We
played
talk
that
about it
game
a
in like
lot.
I haven't even played it in like 3 months, and I still bring it
We
up every
still
time we
talk
talk.
about it all
Like
the time.
I don't know why, but it still comes up all the time. It's weird.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned Pokemon Unite more than we've mentioned Final Fantasy IV at this point.
Probably.
And
Not
we
two
did a
though.
review episode on that.
Not
Yeah, I
two.
talk about 2 a lot because I
Two
like
comes
to
up a
defend
lot.
it.
Two
I
comes
like
up
to
a lot.
defend it. I like 2 so much I put Furion as one of the main NPCs in this campaign arc.
I
that we're
remember
going
hearing
through in
that. I
Kupo
remember
Quest,
hearing you
so.
talking about Furion. See?
Yep. So, anyway, that will be it. Again, if you'd like to catch the show live, we record Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/soloisttv. Is that what it is?
That's where we're
Or-
and on the YouTube channel.
And on the YouTube channel, Highwind Herald. And if you'd like to watch Kupo Quest live, that's Mondays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/KupoQuest. We don't broadcast that on the YouTube because I'm too cheap to pay for the thing that lets me do 2 places at once. So there's that. So yeah, you can find that. But you can find the videos of all these on our Highwind Herald YouTube channel. So
Yep.
that's the place to go for that, if that's what you're interested in. But yeah, man, that's all I've got
That's
for this week.
That's all she wrote.
That's it. So have a good one. We'll play some MSQ, and then we will start discussing when we're going to get in and play some Crystal Chronicles.
Sounds good to me. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out. This is a new outro. Again, ASMR. Very, very low energy. Enjoy 2023.
Boom.